Hello, YouTube. What's up? It's Tuesday.
Hey there, it's Grixis, doing all kinds of things. Hey there, it's Grixis School, playing all kinds of games. Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, come on down for all kinds of wild things.
All right, so it is Tuesday, so we are going to be doing some more Magic Arena. What I'd like to do today is more historic with my Grixis list. So I'm going to do another best out of three with a random opponent that I'm going to get paired up with. But first, I just want to cover the deck a little bit. You know, I like to do that before I get started. So I have changed a couple things. I removed some of the Planeswalkers. You'll see there's no more Ral Zarek. I think that's the only Planeswalker I have removed. And what I've done is I've upped the board wipes. I've put more Ritual of Suit, and even put a main board Cry of the Carnarium. I'm having a lot of trouble with fast creature decks, so I wanted answers to that. So here we've got the sideboard. I've picked up some Noxious Grasp, exile target creature that's green or white, gain a life. That's really in there for the, not exile, destroy. It's really in there for the Questing Beast. I'm having a lot of problems with those, but there's numerous green and white things in addition to Questing Beast that are also giving me a headache. There's a Cry of Carnarium in the sideboard. I'm not sure if that was there before. Yeah, so just some extra removal really is what's going on there. And then I also fixed the mana base. I picked up some check lands and I picked up some shock lands. So that is the deck now. And there you have it. We're going to hop into a best of three and see what we're paired up against. So, you know, sit tight, have fun. All right, we are just waiting to get paired up with an opponent, and then here we go. We are ready. That's cool. If my air conditioner comes on and starts making noise in the background, I'm very sorry. We'll see if we can get through a best of three before that happens. We're kind of frozen on the VS screen, so that's fun. Oh, there it is. I have reconfigured my setup so that now my laptop doesn't bounce every time I move around, because I received some feedback from some friends and some wife that I should fix that. So I have fixed that. So now no more motion sickness while watching me play games. This is a good one. Turn 1, Fable Passage for an island. Turn 2, Blood Crypt, Thought Erasure. And then we've got Ritual of Suit, Nicol Bolas on the way. So I'm going to keep this hand, and we'll see what we're up against. Well, we won't see because we're going first. So slam that Field Passage, Fable Passage, pass the turn. These opening first few turns are always a little bit boring, I suppose. Not much going on here, just some setups. Let's open that Fabled Passage, like I said, and find an island. I reduced the basic land count to help me play some non-basics because my mana was really giving me trouble. So there it is, Untapped Blood Crypt. Thought Erasure. What are we taking? What are we looking at? Oh my god, we are against Boros Garbage. Creatures get +1/+1. Things get indestructible. A knight, hexproof from black. These are all things we can Ritual of Suit. So, oh, but she's a problem, isn't she? Let's take a look at our hand. We are going to take this. We're going to take the Dauntless Bodyguard, and we're going to put Nicol Bolas in the graveyard. We don't need a second one in our hand. Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, so let's see what they do. I'm expecting the, oh, what is this? Worthy Knight. Whenever you cast a Knight spell, create a human Knight token. That's not so bad. It's not wonderful, but we can't kill it just now. Oh, Ritual of Suit on top. That's awesome. So next turn, we have the mana to cast Ritual of Suit, and then we draw another Ritual of Suit. And when they drop that Aurelia, we do have the Bedevil for it, so that's nice. I'm going to take 3 here. A little unfortunate, but that's the cost of doing business. So let's slam that first Ritual of Suit, clear the field, hoping for Aurelia next turn, and then we can just bedevil that right off the top of the bat there. Okay, no land. Perfect. So, hexproof from black, but I can still block it with black, therefore swamp. Nicol Bolas. Let's put some of that discard pressure on. ETB, opponent discards a card. So, Nicol Bolas is not to be messed with. Blech. What have they discarded? A Lord. All right, so we are against Boros Knights. It's pretty clear at this point what's happening. Ritual of Suit's great because Nicol Bolas gets around it, so I can wipe their whole board and then still have a Nicol Bolas. So they've played an untapped Shockland. This makes me think they're just going for the Aurelia, but no, it's Conclave Tribunal. So they're going to exile Nicol Bolas and then swing in for 3. That is going to hurt, but it is not the end of the world. So I think what we want to do here is play the Narset. Yeah. And then obviously -2, see what we can find. A Ritual of Suit. That's really good. So we're going to take that Ritual of Suit, and then we're going to play. I'm feeling pretty confident, so I'm going to go with the untapped Steam Vents, make them wonder why it is that I needed that land untapped right away. They don't know I have Bedevil, but now they can probably make a pretty solid guess that I have Bedevil. So they're going to change phases, but before the Aurelia can trigger, I am going to destroy the Aurelia with Bedevil. And now they just have this 2/2 that's probably going to come at Narset. There it is. Now, I think what I want to do here is, I know it's a 1-for-1 and that's not usually amazing, but I'd like to Ritual of Suit because they've seen the ritual, they know it's there, I can get rid of it, and now maybe they're feeling a little bit more comfortable and confident in what they have in their hand. Maybe they'll play some creatures, and then I can just Ritual of Suit again. But nope, there it is. Dauntless Bodyguard and Ancient Contender. So the mistake here is that they played Dauntless Bodyguard first. If they played Contender then Bodyguard, they could have that sacrifice the Bodyguard to do stuff, but they messed that one up. So what I'm going to do now is play my Chandra Awakened Inferno, -3, deal 3 damage to all non-elemental creatures. So Couplet. And they messed up the Dauntless Bodyguard. See, they were trying to click it. Wait, what? Oh, they were just being cute, I guess. Okay, so now I have a Chandra. They have 3 creatures cards in hand. There's a Tribunal. So my Chandra was kind of what I was hoping to win with at this point, but that's okay. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to pass. This is what the deck does. I just sit and wait, right? So I'm just going to sit and wait. Boop, boop, boop. Great. Okay, so I've drawn another Narset, so I am going to play that and replace my current Narset because I want to be digging through my library to find something. A Bedevil, that's pretty good. Okay, I'll take the Bedevil, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Murderous Rider as a creature because my hand is full of removal. I don't really need the Swift End half of Murderous Rider, and now I just have a 2/3 lifelink blocker, which is pretty cool. But they're attacking Narset with a 3/3. That's unfortunate. I am going to block. I gain my 2 life. My Rider's dead, but that's okay. It goes on the bottom of my library, and out of this, I now have a Narset activation, which is pretty cool. So let's activate that Narset. Nicol Bolas. That's a nice one. What does this thing do? Creatures you control get +1/+1 whenever you cast a legendary spell. Create a 2/2 white knight. Okay, so what the plan here is I'm just gonna Bedevil this thing. It's an artifact. I don't want it there. I'm just gonna Bedevil it. And then pass. So they've got 2 cards in hand. They have a 2/2. I'm assuming they have a creature in their hand. Hopefully it's something I can kill with what I have in my hand. There's the conceit. Okay, great. So we are clearly against Boros creatures, right? So we need to sideboard accordingly and bring in the appropriate things that you would need to deal with Boros creatures. So I'm thinking Cry of the Carnarium, 2 Scorching Dragonfires, and why not? Let's go with 3 Noxious Grasp. So we got to cut some stuff. We're going to cut Sarkhan. It's a little bit slow. We're going to cut Narset. We don't need 3 if we had brought in all that enchantment stuff or all that hate. Let's cut 2 Nicol Bolas. And we brought in all this hate. Let's clear the cast downs because they don't hit Aurelia. We brought in Noxious Grasp for the Aurelia. So now we're down to 60 cards again. And I think we're just good to go. Yeah, let's try that. See how that goes. I think we're in a pretty good position in terms of what our deck does and versus what their deck is doing. They're Boros Aggro, right? So as long as I can survive those first couple of beats in the opening turns, then I can pretty much take the game, is my thinking. You never know how you're going to draw, right? If you draw poorly, you draw poorly. For example, I have drawn very, very poorly here. Now, this is a slower hand, but it is keepable because it does have the Thought Erasure, it has the Noxious Grasp, it has the Ritual of Suit. The Fabled Passage situation is unfortunate, but let's give it a go. This is a learning experience, right? I'm not just here to win games. So I'm going to keep a subpar hand to see how it plays out against the deck that I'm playing against. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. We got all these board wipes. We got all this removal. So what I want to do is crack for a swamp because that is probably the best land in the deck. Oh boy, Scorching Dragonfire. Okay, so let's play the Fabled Passage, and that Fabled Passage I think is going to crack into a mountain, so I have Dragonfire active as well as Noxious Grasp. I think those two are a little bit more important right now than Thought Erasure. That's just my opinion. Human. This thing's neat. It's a Cavern of Souls that doesn't provide the uncounterable. It just makes colors for the things he chose. Okay. Oh, this is unfortunate. I really wish I could draw a Cryo Carnarium and a land. Dauntless Bodyguard. That's unfortunate. This is a really tricky situation. At this point, I need a Cry of the Carnarium for the -2 to get around this thing's indestructible that it's surely going to lay down just now. What did they choose? It doesn't say. Knight of Grace. Okay, which is this. Here comes 2 damage. This has hurt me. So it is my turn. Let us crack the Fabled Passage for a mountain and hope to draw land here. That's really all we can do. Oh, frig me. It's Ritual of Soot. Okay, so we have to destroy something. Well, that's an instant. We have instants, so we're okay. I think what we want to do is... Oh, I have to discard something? Nicol Bolas. That feels bad. I think it's safe to say we have not won this game. I probably shouldn't have kept that opener. Not just because it was 2 Fabled Passage, but because it was just 2 lands in general. So that really sucks. An Inspiring Veteran. So what we have to do here, yeah, is we absolutely must kill Inspiring Veteran. Because that's a lot of heat that I don't want to take. Boom. Now everything loses that +1/+1. But I am still taking 4, 6, 8, 10 damage. Good lord. Okay, so I lose next turn. Do I lose next turn? No, I have a piece of removal. I don't lose next turn, but I lose the turn after that. Let's just go to game 3. Oy vey. See, that's what happens when you can't keep up with aggro. So I think my new sideboard plan is as follows. I am going to put the cast downs back in. Cast down, and we're going to remove some expensive things. Let's remove Nicol Bolas. Just all removal and 5 planeswalkers. 8 planeswalkers. I forgot about Narset. She's not so much a planeswalker as an enchantment to me. All right, so we are 1-1 against Boros Aggro. We are going to go first. This is a hand. We're going to keep this. Absolutely. We've got 3 lands, Double Bolas, Engrass Rampage, and Ritual of Soot. And it looks like they're on 2 mulligans, so they're going down to 5. I don't really like winning on games when my opponent is mulligan to 5, but it's the way it goes. Not that that was such a pretentious, shitty thing to say. Like, I'm going to win now. That's awful. I don't like thinking like that. Blood Crypt, let's keep that. So I now, for sure, I'm going to have Ritual of Soot mana on turn 4, which is very, very nice for me. So let's play a tapped Watery Grave. Doesn't need to be untapped because they have nothing to deal with. So let's see it. Do they have a creature? Do they have a creature? They do. Worthy Knight. So the plan here is, of course, tap land, and then Engrass Rampage. Target player sacrifices a creature. If we can keep up this removal per turn, then maybe we can just force a concede. That's obviously fine with me. Is that fine with you? I hope that's fine with you. Knight of Benalia. Create a 2/2 dude. Okay. So we're going to take some Benalia beats here, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. Next turn, though, we can play Nicol Bolas and hopefully inspire them to attack the Nicol Bolas instead of the Matthew. Alternatively, they play a creature. So what I'm going to do here is untap Ritual of Soot. Clear that board. Knight of Benalia will trigger, giving all of his dudes +2/+1, but he doesn't have dudes. So the buff goes to waste. There's another Benalia. Oh, creeper deepers. So yeah, the plan here is absolutely just Nicol Bolas right off the bat. And plus, draw a card. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent that they control. And they have chosen their land. Great. So we play the tapped steam vents and we just pass the turn. We see what they do with their token. Is it going to come at me? Is it going to come at Nicol Bolas? Only time will tell. And here it comes right at me. They are not going for the Nicol Bolas bait. The Beetle Bolas. Bait Bolas. And there's a Conclave. Tribunal. Exiling Nicol Bolas. This is why they did not attack Nicol Bolas. I can get behind that. But check it. They have 2 creatures. We are once again going to make them whiff on the ultimate ability of Benalia because we are going to make them sacrifice 2 creatures with Liliana's -4 ability. So the Benalia will trigger, giving +2/+1 to nothing. That's pretty good. Hexproof from black. So what we want to do is make a 2/2 token because it can actually block the knight because it's hexproof, not protection, which is neat. So Thought Erasure. There is another Oblivion Ring, so we will take that, and then we will just play Nicol Bolas, which we don't have the mana for because of that Thought Erasure. So instead, we will play Narset. That's just as good in my opinion. I should not have used Auto Tap because now there's a Thought Erasure. Well, let's take Cry the Carnarium. Hopefully that will inspire them to not do anything. There it is. The concede. We got it. So that is 2-1 for Grixis Planeswalker shenanigans against Boros Aggro. Those are the kind of decks that I've been having a lot of trouble with. Those like nail creatures down and attack ASAP. And that is why I changed the deck around to not have trouble with those things. So that's the game. That's the video. Before I go, I'm going to open a little booster pack. I only have Throne of Eldraine. I know last week there was probably 1 million packs there, but I was bad and I opened a ton of them. So I have 3 Eldraine packs. Let's crack Eldraine. Well, I got a free rare wild card because I've cracked so many packs. What do we got? Bartered Cow, Ogre Errant, Flutter Fox, Wildwood Tracker, 7 Dwarves, Edgewall Innkeeper, Mysterious Pathlighter, and then the rare for the pack is Wildborn Preserver. Okay, so that's that. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Twitch, and of course right here on YouTube under the name Grixis School 15. And I really appreciate that you sat through this and watched this. And I will see you on Thursday with some Pokemon Go PvP content, whether it's battles or coverage or whatever. So that is that. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.